Starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey folks, hey, this is Keith. I just wanted to start the webinar here. We got Ralph. Ralph, you there?
I am here. How's everybody?
And we have Art right now, and I'm actually calling from the airport. So I was actually planning on not even going to be able to get on because my flight was supposed to leave about 25 minutes ago from Miami to Seattle because I'm actually on my way back from Cusco, Peru. From that trip that I was on. So I'm just on a connecting flight right now, but basically super excited because I get to sit on at the beginning of this webinar now. So and we have Art Wintz. I can never pronounce your name when I say it to myself, but WINF on as the guest expert, and we're excited because Ralph and I are both excited. Because we've already seen kind of what he's going to be talking about today. So we're excited to go into detail on that and take some notes ourselves and stuff. So let's kind of do a sound check, though, because your Art's kind of voice was a little bit weird to me. So you there, Art?
Yep, I'm here, Keith.
Cool.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, that sounds way better to me. And thanks a lot again for coming on tonight. Appreciate it.
Hey, maybe if everybody,
It's my honor.
yeah, glad to have you on. I even have a little intro for him, Keith, that we prepared ahead of time. But
cool.
Why don't we do a little sound check? And if you guys could just type into the chat box that you can hear all three of us, that'd be super helpful. Just so we can. Yeah, seems like we got Graham English.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's up, players? Love it. All right, cool. Sounds like everybody can. All three loud and clear. All right, awesome.
Yeah. Let's see here. So yeah, anyways, Ralph just got back from Mastermind, War Room Mastermind, and I missed that this weekend. So I got a lot of crap from Ralph from this and that. He was actually kind of the hero at War Room this weekend, so that was kind of cool. I don't know if we can actually share that, but can we?
What happens in War Room stays in War Room? Is that what happens? I don't know. No, I don't think so. No, it was a good week. It's a 2-day mastermind through Ryan Dice's Digital Marketer that we're a part of, and a lot of smart people in that group. And Facebook ads was a huge part of what everybody was talking about. Some not so nice things, some very nice things. One of the nicest things that people were talking about was the stuff that Art's going to be talking about today. So I can lend a little bit of color to that, to what the other guys in that group are doing, plus what we're doing, but. Yeah, and Keith, it's been. Do you want to tell everybody what you've been doing in Peru, or would you rather keep that a big secret?
Yeah, we don't have time to go through that. I mean, it was basically an entrepreneur's awakening, so it was a kind of just an entrepreneur mastermind, mental, physical, spiritual, all over all three. And I hung out with some really, really cool people. So hung out with the folks that run they have the #1 fitness and nutrition podcast on the internet. It's called Barbell Shrugged. We're going to be launching a really cool podcast soon. And it was a great time connecting with those guys and getting a lot of the inside stuff with them. They get 500,000 downloads a month, and they get a lot of traffic from YouTube too. But and they're big in the CrossFit world. But there's some other really smart folks there too. But I don't want to digress too much. I kind of want to get right into the webinar tonight. So
Sure.
But yeah, if you do at the end, maybe you want to share anything. I don't know if you have anything. Ralph actually hosted one of the roundtables at War Room this weekend, so he was one of the 4 or 5 experts at War Room. So because a lot of people had questions about Facebook ads, and there was learning and giving and taking going there, because there's a lot of people doing a lot of smart stuff too. So feel free, Ralph, if you want, if you have some time. I don't know if anything is relevant, or even if we will have time, but I just threw that out there. I thought that was pretty cool. But other than that, I'm just going to be quiet. So.
Yeah, well, why don't we give Art center stage here? Because what he's talking about here today, I mean, we're all familiar. I think most of us are at least familiar on this call with website custom audiences, Facebook's retargeting, And I think we all realize how powerful it is, and obviously looking for ways in which to make it even more powerful for our businesses. And I don't think there's any one way to do it. We certainly use it in a lot of different ways, but when we saw Art had reached out to us and talked about a particular strategy that he's doing for, I believe, small businesses primarily, but also for his business, which he can expound on a little bit more. It was something that I think we really wanted to share with the group because, this is what this whole thing is about: is using the community and using the group to get ideas and to figure out better ways to get results for ourselves, or if you're a consultant or an agency, getting results for your clients. So Art is a guy that has a lot of experience here. I think he met Keith through one of the Perry Marshall groups, and prior to that, he was in the Marine Corps. He owns about 7 businesses. So
I think just through my program, right? He bought the book, and then actually, I was going to ask you about that, Art, because basically what you're talking about today a little bit is taking what you learned really from the book, my book, and Facebook Ads University, and putting a little bit of spin on it yourself. And that's one of the reasons why, and you can kind of go elaborate on that, but it's just another good example of implementation. So.
Yeah. So, he manages client accounts through Facebook ads, but he also does Google AdWords as well, which is always a good background to have. And, there's a lot of consistencies, a lot of similarities between the two platforms for sure. And, apparently he's learned a fair amount from me and you, Keith. I'm not sure how that happened, but I think tonight is the night where we learn from him. So, Art, if you're ready, or if you want to add anything more to your background to tell everybody about who you are, what you do, we can just sort of give you the screen. And I know you've got some slides here tonight you wanted to go through, and then we can also do sort of a live demo as to how he uses website custom audiences in a really unique way. So.
All right. Thanks, Ralph. Thanks, Keith. Can you guys hear me all right still?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm sorry. I'm over here in China. It's 7 a.m. I might sound a little bit like a zombie. I just woke up.
That's all right. We've probably got people from all around the world here. I don't know if we've got anybody else from China, but we're an international group, so it's all good, man. We're all here for the content. So
Right. So China's got a big firewall over here, so sometimes this audio might go out, or if you guys can't hear me, just shoot Ralph a text, and Ralph will let me know that you guys can't hear me.
Yeah, sometimes when you're doing PowerPoints on GoToWebinar, it freezes, so you got to go out of presentation mode. So just FYI, I'll let you know if I see something happening. So now I think we're technically sound, so we're good.
All right. Just a little bit about me. I won't go into details. I'm Art. I'm from the States. Prior Marine Corps, sniper. Pretty much, I learned all of this stuff from Keith originally. I think I was following you for about 2 or 3 years, and then I really went forward with it after the Perry Marshall. From there on out, I bought the book and all that stuff. But I had an idea. Most of my clients are on a shoestring budget, and the audiences are so small. Literally after about a few days to a week, everyone's already saw the ad. So we began rotating ads, every 3 to 5 days. And I had an idea that, why don't we rotate different types of ads to where people can start engaging more in depth into the funnel of these particular ads, and then, take us up on our offers. So, most common problems I had with clients was they were just trying to sell too early into the funnel. Like literally, they're trying to get consults right from people off the street, cold traffic. Who are you? I don't need personal training. I'm not fat. Or and right after that, people were just giving up. Like no one wants to get my consultation, so nobody's signing up. I give up. So basically, what I told them is, just because they went to the consult and said no, it doesn't mean no. It just means not yet. We can still retarget ads to these people. So that's where I got the idea of this ABC formula. We can rotate ads to people who come to their site and just start engaging with them, start giving them some relevant content, testimonial videos, and start to just build upon that. So what this is primarily about is we're going to be building a list, sending that list to relevant content, engaging with that list, providing social proof, and selling that list on offers beneficial to the user. So I'm going to open an account, one of my clients' accounts. We literally just started this about 2 months ago. Brand new. He's gotten so many clients he had to actually pause his ads, which is awesome. So see my screen, right? It's not lagging or nothing.
Yep, no problem.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we created, they call it just website custom audience lead gen, and inside of this campaign, we have 2 different types of ad sets. In the personal fitness industry, and this can all work for different other businesses too, we separate these ad sets either by device or by gender or by obviously interest and stuff like that. So this one we separate it by gender. Again, these people, we're really on a shoestring budget. We don't have a lot of traffic coming to the site, maybe less than 10,000. So ideally, we're targeting everybody who goes to the website, all traffic. If you're getting a lot more visitors, then you can pretty much start to separate them by specific pages. So inside of the ad set, we have our ads, and we rotate these ads. We don't run them all together because Facebook's only going to show the ad that's getting the most clicks, and we don't really want that. We want to show a little bit more evenly if we can. So we're going to rotate, a few ads, so one ad at a time actually, and every 5 days we pause the ads. So ad A, and then 5 days later we're going to run ad B, and then 5 days later we're going to run ad C. So ad A is a link post, and that goes straight to a blog. So went to our website, they probably got a consultation offer, or they went to one of our blogs and they left. I don't know, they got to go fix something to eat or something like that. They came back later through this blog post, and this blog post is just something valuable that they can read. The truth about low-calorie diets, the Warehouse Gym. So they can read this blog, and then we have some strong calls to action on this blog that gets them back into the series of signing up for one of our ebooks or consultations. If they don't sign up for it, it's okay. It's not a big deal. We're just now engaging with them. This is maybe our 2nd or 3rd impression, and we're just trying to give them some valuable content. So after that, 5 days later, we're going to run ad B. This is a testimonial video from Nikki. This lady had an eating disorder, and my client helped her out with that. And basically, this is one of the really hit the song. It generated 19,000 some views within a matter of a day or two, and it's gotten 16 shares, 9 comments. What really did the spot with this ad was the comments. Literally, you can see when people start to comment, then it just grows so fast with social proof. And especially if the people within the small area in this city, we're only targeting in this city, people will see this and they know this person, and they just comment, and that just helps out so much with showing this ad to brand new people who are thinking about getting personal training. So you can see right here, that smile at the end and all of the stuff that these people are typing on this. And then Kelly Arnaz is a she actually goes to his gym, I believe, and said, "Nice one, Linton." I used to tell the clients we don't really want to target people who have already signed up, but now I'm kind of disagreeing with that, and the reason is this. When we target ads to people who already go, in particular for this business, already go to this gym, they are going to comment on this ad. If they're having a good time and they love what we're doing for them, they're going to comment on this ad and leave on this ad as a comment. And when we shoot that ad out to brand new people, they're going to see those testimonials on the ad in the comments box. So it's really, really powerful. In ad C, we run, this is actually the owner, and this is one of those before actually slid through the cracks. Normally Facebook would disapprove an ad like this, but oops. Yeah, it slid through the cracks.
Is it still sliding?
This is the owner.
In the cracks?
It's still sliding. It's been sliding ever since. Yeah, we're not even touching it. It's just we pause it and then we unpause it and pause it and then we unpause it. But as you can see, we run pretty much the same type of ads, and all they do is just build up and build up and build up on likes and comments and shares. But this is proof from the owner himself about how he lost his weight in so many amount of days, and we have a call to action in the link. If after they click see more, they can go to the website. But again, if they don't, it's okay. We're just warming them up. The same people, the same traffic, all of that. So the next ad is another testimonial ad, another one, and this one was from a lady who lost, she lost maybe close to 100 pounds maybe. And it really, really hit the spot. 279 likes, 34 comments. But I wanted to show you guys what's most important about this is a testimonial video of Anisha. Side of the comments box, this is Anisha responding to people in the comments box.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. It's beautiful. So the client actually is responding to her own people who are talking to her in the comments box. So it's amazing. You know, she's in the testimonial video and she's also in the comments box. So there's no way this testimonial video is not real. I mean, this is legitimate. She has a legitimate Facebook profile. Really, really powerful. So I guarantee you this is one of those ads that really got people to just go into the door, just this ad alone. Normally, like you see at the top, they always go into, hey, could you send me some info, please, on personal training, prices, how much does it cost, how much does it cost, how much. And then, you know, some people come straight to the studio, some people call them, some people sign up, and it's kind of hard to measure it if people aren't really signing up, but they're going straight to the studio, or it's kind of hard to measure if people aren't really signing up, but they're calling. But you know, what we just do is say, hey, if they come to your studio, ask them how did they get there, and some of them say Facebook, some of them say Google, but the reason they say Google is because their first impression was Facebook. They remember his name, type his name in Google, find him on Google, and then say they came from Google. So,
hey Art, do they do any other advertising, any other promotions aside from the stuff that you're doing for them?
No, this guy particularly only does Facebook. That's it.
Okay.
He might rank organically with Google accidentally, but just Facebook for now.
Right. You do you have Google Analytics set up on their site to
yes.
to figure out referral sources or that sort of thing?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's the first thing we do when we set up campaigns. Yep. So yeah, most of them all from Facebook, and then there's some organically from Google.
That's awesome. Cool. What's the daily budget here? I didn't see that. Just probably people will be asking that too. What kind of money are we talking that they're spending?
Oh, this is straight up shoestring budgets. So maybe $5 a day per ad set.
Wow.
Some of them that are really, really getting some good results, maybe $10 a day, no more.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So for those of you who say out there you can't afford Facebook advertising, it's or your clients can't, or if you're pitching them as a consultant, they certainly can using this strategy for sure. So that's awesome.
Absolutely. And his prices, I mean, personal training over there in the UK, he's charging them about $3,000 to $6,000 to $9,000 packages. So we're spending pennies and really 20xing it.
That's great. Plus your $100,000 a month fee on top of that, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
The finder's fee. So after that testimonial blog, we send them to another, testimonial video. We send them to a blog. And again, we're just giving them valuable content, you know. And here's 4 steps to creating a healthy, delicious, low-carb pancake. I actually created this, by the way. But, you know, they can read this, consume this content, apply it. And that's what I wanted to really get into is, you know, we give them content, but are they really consuming it? And of it, how much? We just figured out from Wistia, some of our videos are only getting watched, you know, 1/3 of the way. Maybe the video is too long. But what's important is they have to be able to consume it and take it home and apply it. And whenever they can take this home and apply it, like I can take what you give me, go home, use it, then that's when it's really, really valuable.
Okay.
Inside of this formula, we got a call to action. Now we got a free consult on my 11 ways to lose weight, 3 spots left. That's when they can go ahead and click on this ad and then sign up for a consult. And then we get a little bit more aggressive down to the funnel, and we create stronger calls to action just to get them in the door, countdown clocks, all of that. What was really bad is if you look at this ad, that last ad really didn't get as much results like we wanted to, but this one really did.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody know why? I mean, why is this ad getting better results and the last ad didn't? The main reason is because of the photo, the image. I mean, this is an actual screenshot of a video of a person, and it's not as high quality, right? It's not as HD as the last one, but this is, you know, HD is not as important as quality. Like, this is a real image of someone, and guess who it is? This is Anisha. So they remember her testimonial video, and now they see her picture. So they remember her face. And that's why this is really, I mean, over there, 7 cents website clicks, 63 clicks, and then 5 leads. And these leads are actually consults. So consult signups. I mean, it's really, really doing great for him so far. So offer. We call it a free body transformation session consultation. We call it an offer. We don't call it get a consult. We call it an offer. And when we start calling it offers, people think that they're actually getting something instead of just a phone call. So it's more valuable, and then they take us up on that.
Right.
That offer.
So on that, I mean, that's step. I mean, if I know this would be step 6, or this would be part of step 5, where you're doing the blog post, or you're just sort of alternating off what you're doing at the end with some just pure content and some sort of offer kind of posts.
Yeah. This is into the funnel. Some of the people, when they fall into this funnel, they might fall straight on this. It's just because it depends when we're running it. But yeah, they see it, they don't take us up on it, or they do, but then they get wrapped back around and then they come back to this later. So either way, okay, I remember this, and then they think about doing it now after seeing all of those other ads.
Gotcha. I think, do you think one of the other reasons why you get a better result with this one is because it's not a stock photo? I mean, is the other one I assume is a stock photo of the the woman doing the hip ups. I forget what those are called now, but I did them the other.
Yeah.
Betty Rocker would probably know, but because that is a stock photo and that looks like it is like an ad potentially. Do you think
Yeah.
that has anything to do with it as well?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, honestly, people don't know who this lady is. She's just looking really great, and it's talking about a free consult. They click on it out of curiosity. Okay, what is this? Click on it, but they see this video, this image.
Hmm.
Not all of them, but some of them know this lady, and some of them remember her ad, and by far, the gym. It's kind of like it's more legit. Like it's taken from a cell phone, and I'm like, oh wow, okay, this is a real ad. This is a real person. Could be his real gym. So definitely want to take him up on the offer.
Yeah. Those are side planks, by the way. Apparently, we have our resident expert on the line here today. But yeah, I know when I first started doing Facebook ads way back when it started, in the dating niche, where it was you could target, women interested in men 25 miles around Dallas, Texas, and that's pretty much it. They're single. I mean, it was all about, an image that looked like it was one of their friends, and it, split testing hundreds and hundreds.
Hmm.
It was always the one that was, the lousy kind of real organic looking image, and still to this day. And I think, there's probably some people on the line here that are awesome at being a graphic artist and using Canva, which is a great resource. But sometimes ugly really does work when it comes to this. Not ugly in the fact that, your image is ugly, but it doesn't have to be real pretty because that's what people are seeing in their newsfeed. So it really is truly organic. It's native advertising because it doesn't look like
Exactly.
it's an ad. So
Yep, exactly. Yep, yep.
so on that step there, that's your final, that's like step number 6. And so you keep each one of these on for 5, did you say it was 5 days and then automatically turn them off? Is that the rotation?
Yep, 5 days, turn it off, and then go ahead with the next ad. And it's going to depend on number one, your audience size, and number two, your budget. So with his size of, let's say, on the website custom audience, maybe 9,000, all traffic, 9,000,
Hmm.
then $5 a day, 5 days is relatively okay. But let's say if you're getting 50 to 100,000 using $5 a day, then that's probably too low. You could do something like $15 a day.
Hmm.
Your budget and how many frequency. Honestly, frequency is what's really important. Is they don't want them to see it too many times, right?
Right, right. So to get them into that website custom audience of 9,000 people, what initiates that whole process? Is that content that you're promoting to specific targets in I don't even know how to pronounce that city in England, Leicester, whatever city it is, are you promoting?
Uh-huh. Yep, Leicester.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a
Chester.
while. I was misspelling it. Yeah.
Chester.
I was misspelling it about a few weeks into it, and it was kind of embarrassing.
So, as long as you spell it right on Facebook, I guess that's all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's like at the top end of the funnel. Is just pure content. Is that blog content or what? How does that kind of work?
Yeah, so we run separate ad sets. Like, okay, we got one ad set that sends them straight to a ebook offer, straight from off the street, straight to a lead magnet.
Mm-hmm.
And whether they sign up or not, they're going to get in that funnel. And we got two campaigns. One is another one. Both of them are videos, and the videos have links in them that sends them straight to the website, to a consult offer, and whether they sign up or not, they're going to be into that retargeting funnel. So,
Right.
so they're coming from multiple avenues,
Right.
just measuring which one is the actual getting him the best ROI. And sometimes we throw them all together simultaneously just to see, okay, well, we know for sure to a blog first and then send them through this funnel was a lot more beneficial than send them to an ebook sign up. But send them straight to a consult funnel and then back to the consult, they're signing up because they remember, the consult and the value of what the consult's going to give them. So sometimes it just depends.
Could you say that last part again? You cut out just for a split second about the sending them to the consult. Say that just again.
Oh, sorry about that.
Nope.
So yeah, sometimes sending them from straight to a consult, and they get familiar with the consult can give them, and then going through that retargeting funnel and back to the consult really helps them make a decision to sign up for that consult versus sending them straight to a blog and then to the retargeting funnel, and then this is the first time they see the consult and an ED online. They're going to read a few seconds into the page and make a decision. So sometimes that impression works for my clients in these cases, which is kind of weird. I thought sending them straight to a blog first and then this, but people want to get getting familiar with the product and maybe even the price, knowing how much it cost, and then later on coming back to it sometimes helps. That's what I've learned so far in this.
Interesting. So what we're seeing here, this is sort of the front end of the funnel?
Yeah, this is the front end of the funnel. We ran those 2 testimonial ads. He wanted to run these ads straight from cold traffic off the street just because of the social proof it had. And literally that Nikki testimonial really was one of those Zub 0.01 cent click, so it shows up as 0, like it's free almost. You gotta love those, right?
Okay.
And and this is literally results within maybe a day, 2 days of running it. Yeah, give or take 2 or 3 days of running it. So it's been killing it so far. And let me show you. Yep. So pretty much, 1 cent, 2 cent lifetime video views so far, and this has been running since March 9th and March 13th, just destroying it.
A 1 cent video view. Okay. Now, in all these, you have a conversion pixel on them. I know that when we had talked about this before, you have certain conversion pixels on certain ads and some different pixels on others. Can you explain that a little bit?
Absolutely, yeah. So on these we got pixels for the consult, pixels for the ebook sign up. So sometimes they go from the blog and go straight to signing up for our lead magnet. We got key page view pixels. So we want to know people who go to the blog, are they going to the contact us page? Are they going to another blog? Are they going to the personal training page? And those pixels are going to show up with these ads. So those are the only pixels we run is pretty much, for this particular business, the key page views, the leads as a ebook sign up, and leads as a consult. And we used to run the registration as a consult, but then it just started getting more complex, and we really want to just take a look at leads in general. So we run leads for ebooks and leads for consults, and we just filter it by destination. And I'll show you that in a little bit if anybody don't know how to do that. But yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah. No, I get you. Keep going. Yeah, keep going.
Oh, great. This is another example. I mean, Dana owns a yoga studio in California, and this is just an example of how valuable it works. Literally, this is not the formula that we implemented. I mean, she was running this before me, and she was just going crazy with showing this to everybody and their mom. Within the people were just getting so much content from her within her area. And then I said, hey, these people have already gotten so many ads from you with parties and all types of stuff you're doing with your yoga studio. let's run an offer. So we ran an offer. Our offer was, are you living in Bakersfield? If you are, get two free hot yoga classes.
Mm-hmm.
And the results came back amazingly astonishing. I mean, literally out of 146 clicks, 68 leads, that's practically a 61 or 50% conversion rate. And these are people actually signing up to come to our class. So literally,
Wow.
it was, we had to even pause the ads because it was just getting too much. But let me show you the results from the reports. So desktop was a little expensive. We were getting leads for 95 cents. Mobile, 14 cents. Because the offer was a lead page, it was a squeeze page from lead pages. So it was really easily consumed on mobile. Like, just literally watch this 3-second video and click yes or no,
Mm-hmm.
or leave. And yeah, pretty much here it is on desktop. 62% conversion rate. Just basically, this was what, the first day, 21 clicks and 13 leads.
Wow.
Love it.
What does that page look like? Do you have a picture of that page or an image of that page?
Right here, it was on the next page.
Yeah, sweet.
So some guys, I recognized what the problems with my clients had was, people would bounce. People would click, but they would bounce. And then I was looking and I was saying, all right, what we could do is, if you look at your landing page, I'll tell them, all your ad is just pretty much a mini version of your landing page. I mean, let's just use the same headline as the ad.
Mm-hmm.
Let's use the description, the sub headline, so the claim your offer below is in the sub headline of this ad. Claim your offer. I'll just delete it below because there's nothing below.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much we keep it relevant to the user. So everybody is in Bakersfield. So let's say, are you living in Bakersfield? And yeah, whoa, I am. Yes, I am. So what is this? So then they look at it and they recognize the image is, again, poor image, just from a screenshot from a video.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually the video. So when they go to the page and then they see her again, it's congruent. It's the same thing.
So that image is a video on the page itself. How long is that video?
This video is no more than 20 seconds, if that. She gave me a 1-minute video. I was like, well, let me just delete these parts and make it 20 seconds for you. We got to make it fast. So if you see on this landing page, we've got, it says, okay, the social proof is saying dozens have already claimed this offer. So they've already claimed it. And inside of the box, it's giving them a reason why to click that button. Sign up. What am I claiming? Okay, a free voucher, 2 free classes. So they click that and they get that. And then we want to give them an urgency. So we tell them we only got 13 more vouchers left. I mean, either if you don't get it now, you probably won't be able to get one.
Mm-hmm.
So they click that, and then they just enter their name, email, phone. We send them the voucher with directions to the place, phone number, and on the thank you page, we give them a testimonial video and just really warm them up just to get in the door. So yeah, I mean, I love it.
So is that a Facebook offer, or is that just a link post? It looks like it's on the sidebar there, or I can't really quite tell with your image. But what type of objective are these ads?
Oh, on the left, this is actually a mobile news feed.
Yeah.
On the left, yep. On the right, that's the actual landing page, and they click that, claim that offer. This is a lead page, by the way, so they click that, and it's going to open up a pop-up just to say, enter your details, click submit.
And it's not a Facebook offer; it's like a website conversion objective for that campaign.
Yeah, actually, this was a clicks to website objective. Yep,
Clicks to
yep,
website. Perfect. Perfect.
yep.
Okay. What is she? How? What was the determination as to how short the video was going to be, and what does she say, or what parts did you sort of edit out? Because a video on a landing page is a huge. It's like a huge
Yeah.
decision constantly. It's like, what do you put in? What do you take out? How long should it be? Give us
Yep.
your thoughts on that.
I learned a lot from that. Actually, when the video starts, it opens up, and you may be 3 seconds into the video, it's like a black screen showing the area. So what I did, I cut all of that out, and it's kind of like the video shows, as soon as you open that, it shows the video in action. So they already are getting consumed at movement. They're seeing movement. And, some people who have internet that's slow or they're on their cell phone, who knows how fast the Wi-Fi is, they're not going to see those, the whole video. They're not even going to see middle of it, and they're going to already make a decision. So when they see that, as soon as they see it, they're like, "Oh, what's this?" Then they're going to stick around a little bit to see what happens.
Mhm.
And that's what I cut out. The beginning part is like they getting thrown right into the action of the video. I cut out certain areas in the video where it's kind of like dead. I wouldn't say dead, but it's kind of you're waiting for the next thing, and we just really, really, really make the video as fast as possible. I don't know if you guys ever saw Lead Pages videos. It's just flowing so fast. The guy's talking fast, and it just flows. And I took that idea from that because it's just like too slow sometimes. And I realized if a video was 10 seconds, that's just that much more faster for them to, get to that claim this offer button.
Right, exactly. One of the questions I think Andy asked this is this targeted traffic with any sort of overlays like a fitness interest level, or is it just for people in Bakersfield, probably female, I would imagine, for this? What's your targeting look like?
This targeting was people who had an interest in fitness and yoga,
Mm-hmm.
and it was in Bakersfield. So she's target people who had an interest in fitness and yoga before with ads to say, hey, come to our gym or come to our studio, 80s party, or look at what we designed and all of that. And the same interest yoga and the same interest fitness, we're getting these ads constantly. So that's why they remember this and they came here, and most of them clicked because they remember what she gave us before. So it's kind of like retargeting, but not retargeting.
Mm-hmm.
We were just showing ads to the same audience who saw our ads before.
Right. With that overlay, how big is the audience there? Bakersfield, what? You can't go too far out, I would imagine.
Oh, no, it was give or take 33,000 people.
Okay.
33,000. It was the fitness and wellness generic interest and yoga together, or yoga, fitness and wellness or yoga, and
Or
it was
yoga.
no more than 30-some thousand people. 18 to 50. It was generic age group too. We were using that to see who was going to claim this offer the most, and we were figuring out that the older people are signing up and the younger people are not. Well, they are, but most of them are the older people.
Really interesting. So your analytics, your reporting was showing that.
Yeah, Facebook reports was showing that, and it was weird. I don't know, maybe it's because of the image of the lady, but that's what it was showing. So old people need yoga. I don't know.
Hey, either way, I think we all need yoga. On that ad, just one more question is that like on the thank you page, how do you get them to like they've claimed their offer? How do you get them to show? The conversion rate's great, but how's your show?
Her show up rate is amazing, but she's strong with getting people on the phone, calling them when you're coming.
Mm-hmm.
Her emails, is really, really strong too. She emails them every day with content and directions to the studio and times. So everything is it's good to go with show up rates. Some clients, I've learned that they haven't had that, they don't have a funnel in place, and we can't really just do ads and create an awesome landing page. We have to have all of the eggs in the basket and everything working. So I have to look at their emails. What are you emailing them? Are you calling them? When are you calling them? How much times are you calling them? What's your follow-up sequence and all of that? But yeah, her show-up rate is maybe over 80%. That's just because she calls everybody all the time.
Yeah. Well, good. Good. Yeah. Well, your job isn't necessarily to get them to show necessarily. I mean, there's something that's on the thank you page that, sort of warms them up even more.
Yep. I tell them, I'm just giving you leads. You got to take those leads and do what you can with them. So I tell them, Facebook is more or less a lead generator, not a sales generator. You can get your leads, but what you do with them is only going to determine your success and how fast you succeed. And it just depends, what lead digits or something like that. Anybody's using that?
I haven't started to use it yet. Maybe we can ask the group if anyone's used lead digits as of yet. You need a premium account to do it, but have you started to use it? Actually, type in the chat box if you had, or if you've had any experience. Anyone who's still on the webinar here. So, but you've used it yourself, Hart, with good success.
Yeah. The clients are just now starting to use it, and it's really, I think it's really powerful for local businesses, getting people in the door. Open rate for emails is how much? 50, 60%, if that. Text messages over 80%. They actually make a noise whenever someone messages you on their phone, and you can really see it. Okay, who is it? So I think it's really, really powerful. Clients are just now starting to use it. Can't really tell you the results yet, but I think it's going to be really, really powerful at least for local businesses.
Yeah. Not to keep interrupting you, but I'm just keeping the questions box open too. We've got some questions here. Just on that, and one of my questions was actually the same one I think Andy had mentioned here, was that on your landing page, do you have navigation links? Do you have the About Us, privacy policy, contact us, all that sort of, Facebook, Google AdWords style landing page that I think we should all be sort of moving towards?
Yep, I'm not gonna lie to you. No, I don't. Some of my clients, we do have the privacy policy. We use the open and new window feature so that they don't get lost, but that's all we got, if that. I really try to stay away from as much as I can, but I know we're going to have to use it. But yeah, if you give them a reason to leave, one reason they are going to leave.
Yeah, they will. That's still unclear, guys. I mean, I think for terms of service wise on Facebook, and this was a huge question at War Room, is that if you can afford it, and if you can afford the drop off potential in conversions, because as soon as you give them more links on that page, conversions are going to drop. So it really is dependent upon your tolerance for potential pain, I think, as well as what you can afford for a lead. And I think in this case, for some local clients, I mean, you want to get that conversion. Ideally, you would really want to see some of those other links that are on there, but you've got sort of the bare minimum. You don't have the navigation links that I think a lot of people are sort of moving towards, which is not a part of their terms of service as of yet. But privacy policy, contact us, homepage, anything that you can do to sort of tell them what you're going to do with that information is definitely something that you should have in your page. And to your point, it should be an open in the next page, as opposed to click it and it takes you away from the page, so that the page that they actually see is still there. So it gets a little dicey when you're on mobile, but definitely something we should all be doing. If you don't have those things on your landing page for everyone, you should install them ASAP. So
absolutely, yeah. Facebook is, I just had a client whose ads account got suspended about a week ago, and it's one of those things where I don't know what happened like that, and we're dealing with that situation too. But it's that rope.
It's a big issue. It's a big issue. And just not to get too far off topic, but I mean, we had a real roundtable with about 20 really top level marketers at War Room, and we were all sort of talking about this kind of stuff. And the guys who had the navigation links had not had a problem. And there was another agency guy there that we know really well, who's out of Australia, and he has 30 or 40 clients, and they all have navigation links on their pages that they use to drive traffic to from Facebook. And knock on wood for him, he says everything has been fine. But I think the bigger thing is all the other, we could do an entire webinar on just, Facebook and policy issues and all kinds of, stuff that's going on right now. But as a general rule, you should definitely have, the bare minimum home, contact, privacy policy, terms of service, that sort of thing on your page itself.
Absolutely.
So
I want to
keep rolling.
quick, if you implement this formula, just here it is again. Basically, they come to my website, and A, B, C, D, E, F. A, again, page post engagement, page post engagement, page post engagement. Page post engagement, and then a video explainer ad, something like that, and then a link post to an offer. That's basic setup. And as you know, everybody's business is different. You can implement what you need to your own way, because every formula is going to be different, because it depends on what you're doing, what your services are. But this is basically for this business right here, which was selling personalized wedding cake toppers. So here's one of the page post engagement ads that we shoot off to them, and this just, we are not trying to get them to take no action, go nowhere. We're just saying, hey, take a look at this. And they're like, wow, this is amazing. And then you got your likes and comments and shares. And, it's okay. 5 days later, they get something else. But again, what was important about that was we said, thanks, Julie, for allowing us to be a part of your special event. And here is Julie York. Thank you for us.
Great.
It's her right there. So that's just powerful social proof.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We got slapped once, and this is what I wanted to show you to be careful on. I don't know if you ever sponsored something like this, but you see where it says Miami Dolls added 4 new photos, and then it has the client's name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not something we want to sponsor, because it's violating Jonathan Torres and Moke Sadi's privacy now, because it's been sponsored and it's showing their name. So yeah, it ran for, let's see, a few days. This was a long time ago, by the way, and it got disapproved. And this is really, really important. I think really you don't want to do stuff like that.
Right.
We learned that. Yeah. But
sometimes you learn things the hard way. But the account's still in okay shape?
Yeah. Actually, no. My account was suspended over a year ago, and I'm just using my partner's account ever since then. And that was because I don't know why specifically, but I'm in China. I use a VPN. My VPN IP is in Los Angeles. Sometimes when my VPN goes in and out, and if it goes out, if I refresh the page, it shows I'm in a different IP address. So sometimes that probably can trigger it. I don't know. Everything with my ads was legit, but it's just one of those things where you're like, okay, what did I do? But my contingency plan is I use my partner's account, Brian. If his account gets shut down, if their account gets shut down, I use my mother's account.
Right.
So,
Good.
Yep.
Always good to have a backup plan.
Yep, back up to the backups. That formula, I know we're probably cutting on time, but that formula, if you guys want to do something that really works, the custom combination with retargeting, if you're getting a lot of traffic, and most of them have went to your blogs and saw your ads, then you can do that custom combination targeting, and this is one of them where they have at least watched 2 of my blogs, 2 of my testimonials, and at least have landed on that checkout page. And literally, I spent only $1.36 and got 3 conversions. One of them was double because it has 3 checkouts and 2 website clicks. But you guys probably, if you're using that value, you can put in your code. That's what I'm using too, just to put the value in your checkout pixel code, your conversion code, and it just helps me really take a look at revenue when it comes to checkouts with this particular business. Hey, Brad the Bee, did you forget to finish your custom wedding cake topper? And then here's a promo code. Takes them straight to the checkout page, not anywhere else, because that's where they were.
That's huge. And you get a promo code, you've got urgency,
Yep.
You've got 2 images. I assume that they've probably seen somewhere before, somewhere on other posts.
Yeah.
So there's that familiarity.
Yep. One of
Yep. So, and it's sort of that Molly Pittman, did life get in the way kind of thing. The Molly, as we refer to it, at Dominate. But yeah, I mean, that's like a nice combination of that. So you're sort of giving them the easy out, and it's familiarity, and those are pretty nice. Those are pretty nice numbers there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, with spending only $1 and getting about 200 some back is not too bad, right?
Yeah, have you been doing that more for those guys, or is that was that sort of a one-time thing with these?
Yeah, this was actually something brand new, and I just decided to take a screenshot of it. But yeah, this is another business. This is an e-commerce business, and basically with the e-commerce business, it's a little bit more different. Our 3-step funnel with that is clicks to product views to adds to cart to checkouts, versus the physical fitness industry, clicks to leads to consults, and consults to walk-ins or members. But yeah, that's and the blogs work. I mean, I'm telling you what, literally the cheapest clicks I've seen in the whole world was sending someone to a blog that's just really valuable. I stole this. I mean, literally I went to BuzzSumo. Hey BuzzSumo, what's the best blogs on cake toppers you got? And they said, hey, use this, 17 Hilarious. It's got, thousands of shares. I just copied and pasted, and then pretty much used my images and my format, my text in the blog, and then ran it. And it's just killing it with, amazing results.
So you're sending them to a blog post. That's a link post ad, I assume. That's. Yes. But it's going to their blog or going to, something.
Yeah, it's actually going to our blog, the website blog. We just went to BuzzSumo, and if you guys don't know what to write about within your market, I suggest always going to Google, going to BuzzSumo, and saying, hey, what's like this, wedding cake toppers, and I type that in, and it shows me blog posts of the most shares, most comments, most likes, from top to bottom, and I get some really good ideas of hot, and then I just copy that headline and then just apply it to my own business.
Right. And so the post that's on their blog is a rewrite or a repurpose of that maybe original piece of content that you got from BuzzSumo.
Yep, same headline, everything. It's just these are my pictures, and on the post, this is my text, just the same headline.
Gotcha. Who rewrites the post? Is that them, or do you have somebody on staff that does that?
No, I actually have the client who I tell them they got to write their own post.
Good.
I can consult with them and tell them, hey, you should make this font a little bigger and all that. But this particular business is my business, and I wrote this post myself.
Gotcha.
Kept it short. I kept the blog really, really short. I mean, we use like a muscle and fitness strategy. Like, look at all the beautiful pictures. Pictures, a few sentences, and that's it. Literally just keeping it really flowing. You lose people so easily nowadays, especially if it's their first time seeing you. And, it just depends. But yeah, we kept it and then get them on that call to action.
That's killer. That's killer. How many do you have more stuff on this one, or you
yeah, actually, I don't really know how fast. Can you guys see my screen when it's flowing like this? I know it might be a 60-second lag or something like that. But I'll show you exactly how I do this. And what I do is this. You see where it says enter post ID?
Mm-hmm.
Normally, I just create an ad inside of the manage. Where is it at? I create an ad inside of the manage pages area in the Power Editor.
Mm-hmm.
I copy the ID and I just enter that post ID right here.
Right.
So that's how, you can have an objective of website clicks, but this is a page post engagement ad. So, it's not a page post engagement objective. It's a page post engagement ad with a clicks to website objective.
All right. So say that again for some people who didn't hear that one, because that's an interesting ninja tactic.
Yeah. So if I create a test one real quick. So if you guys see my screen, this says the objective is going to be clicks to website, right? I just created a campaign that's called test, and the objective is clicks to website. So view ad sets, I create the ad set real quick too. Test and view ads. I'm really doing it the long way. And then I create the ad, test, right? So this is a clicks to website objective. I'm going to select my page. I'm going to select use existing post. Use existing post. And now you can enter your post ID number here. And it can be a video, page post engagement, clicks to website ad, any one of them. Also create a new one. Sorry, it's a little, actually, here it is. This is just a page post engagement ad right here. No, actually, that's a link post, sorry. And I'm in one of my clients' accounts. I should have selected my account. Sorry about that, 1 second. Okay, here it is. This is a page post engagement ad. Let me know if you see it. It's probably a little slow.
Yep, I see it now.
Yeah, so obviously this is a clicks to website objective, but page post engagement ad. So what does that mean? What that means is, okay, Facebook is going to do what we tell them, show it to the most likely people who's going to click to the website. So this doesn't have a link that goes to the website, but let's say it did, then it would help me out with showing this, with getting the most clicks to website. At least it's supposed to, right? Mm-hmm. But if I see a selected objective conversions, and I use a page post engagement ad, and I have a link that goes to my website now, I can, kind of use this and see if it can help me get the most conversions. Normally, I don't do to website ad, but page post engagement ads are powerful because the image is just so big.
Yeah.
Right. It's just so big, and they're going to see it. It's really going to capture them.
So when you say that's a page post engagement ad, that's one that you either created on the page itself, the business page itself, or inside Pages, which is also in Power Editor, correct?
And let's say if you want to create a page on your ad on your page, and then wow, it's getting a lot of shares and likes, go ahead and come in the Power Editor and boost it, and just copy the ID number and just post it in here, the ad ID number, and post it.
Right.
If you don't know where to find that ID number, I mean, it's really, really easy. Just go to any one of your ads, and let's say here's CT Fletcher. You see where it says 3 hours? It says time frame 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
If I click that 3 hours, it's going to give me that ID number here in the link. I think this is it. I'm going to just use one of my ads because that's not mine. But see where it says yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
I click that yesterday right here.
Mm-hmm.
And here it is. This is the post ID number, obviously. 796 and then ending with 480. So I just copy that and then I post that in here, hit submit, and then boom, there it is, which is the same ad.
Yep. Yeah, it's perfect. You can also create it as a dark post inside Pages, which we probably don't have time to show everybody how to do that, but I mean, that's another way to do it as well. So you're kind of borrowing from one ad into the objective of another, which depending on what it is that you want to do, it gives you a lot of flexibility, especially for the types of stuff that you want to do where you're really going after engagement first. And I think that's really kind of the big takeaway, and one of the big takeaways I think that if you look at how people buy in general is that you engage them first with something of value and then get the lead or the registration or the sale after that, at which point, that is sort of depends on your funnel. But I mean, with your strategy, it's a really systematic sort of 5 steps, 6 steps, I guess, really, on sort of a 5-day timer. That obviously works, especially on these small budgets. I mean, these are $5 to $10 a day budgets for this kind of stuff, which is just amazing to me. So,
yeah, it's if shoestring budgets can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah, no, totally. Well, that's awesome, man. I think there's huge value here. Is there one of the questions we had that was posted in the group is there a way to automate this? If you maybe have a larger budget, let's say you have, instead of $5 to $10 a day, maybe you have a larger budget. Client says, all right, spend $100 on these things, which sounds like they probably could in your case, because most of these guys are ROIing. Could you do this with website custom audiences for, days 5 or days 10, days 15, days 20, days 25, and exclude the other audiences? So this is all completely automated, so you wouldn't have to stop and start. Is that something that you've tried?
Yeah. If I'm right, you're talking about excluding people, let's say, who have already signed up for an ebook or signed up for a consult, and we don't want them to see these ads, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually create 2 separate pages. One page is obviously the thank you page, so excluded from that. We don't exclude them. It's just the reason because this particular business, even though they've signed up for a consult, it doesn't mean they've came. So we want testimonials and still see people saying yes and still see people engaging with our ads and still, get them more and more warmed up to actually show up. And again, people who have already shown up, already are clients, already love it, we want them to see these ads too, because we want them to, comment. We want them to say, hey, here's the link to the ad. Could you comment a testimonial on this for me? I'll give you, and then they comment on there and give us a testimonial. So we kind of keep it open to everybody, but we use a page with the, and we exclude people. Say, hey, all of your family members, all of your friends, tell them to click this so that they don't see none of these ads. And when they do, but that was kind of one of the things. I think it was John Loomer made an experiment. He said, if you don't want me to see any of these ads, click this link, and you will never see any of my ads ever again. I promise. And it just helped him with getting conversions I mean, higher percentage of conversions because we wasn't wasting any money. But
Yeah, it's also a risk though now because that goes against your relevance score, you know. So,
yeah, yep.
but yeah, I mean, in theory, I think yeah, you definitely want to do that. I think we were thinking is on something like this, you've got the 6 steps set up. Like if you had website custom audience for 5 days, they hit your site. And then you have another website custom audience that says 10 days hit your site, like the entire site. And then another one that's 15, and then another one that's 20, and it's another one that's 25. So you could target the ones that are in the 10 day, but exclude the ones that were in 5 day, and never have to do any sort of manual adjusting here. My sense is that would probably work with larger volume than $5 to $10 a day. But if you had, I mean, I'm thinking this is something that we've got clients that want to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars a day on this sort of thing. It could be totally evergreened if you wanted it to. It'd probably be
absolutely
more of a challenge with a smaller budget, though. I'm just wondering if you've tried that kind of thing.
Oh, no, I haven't really tried that. But yeah, you probably have to create separate ad sets for that. But what we have tried is the people who have a lot of traffic, people who go to the checkout page and don't convert are different from people who just saw a blog. So, people who are in the checkout page, we kind of show them, ABC more video testimonials than any. And then people who just saw a blog and didn't go to the checkout page, we kind of just educate them about the products through page post engagement ads and videos more than testimonials.
Yeah.
And that's how we separate that per specific page. So we do that one, but no, we haven't really did the 5, 10, 15, 20 days.
Yeah.
Just not enough traffic for that for most of my clients.
Right. Yeah. If you had more traffic, you could definitely do it that way. I mean, you're doing it manually right now, which is cool. And it's ideal because the clients are getting, what they need. But on a larger scale, you could certainly automate it a little bit more if you wanted to. This is awesome. We're about at 15 minutes past the hour. And
I just shot a link in the chat box. It goes to a Google Drive doc, and that form that I gave you guys, if you want to, you can share it with them. They can click that link and download that PDF directly, just how it works with kind of like a step-by-step if they want to use it. And, by far, just most important is people, they got to really get warmed up and 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 warmed up before they can make a decision with you.
And I think that's the bottom line with all of us. We're all direct response, or maybe not all of us, but at least, from our perspective is that, we want the lead, we want the sale really fast. It doesn't really happen that way in the real world. So you can use Facebook the way that the real world actually works and get incredible quality, relevant scores, which you're getting 9s, 10s out of 10s. This is the way Facebook wants you to sell. This is really the way that they want you to sell. I mean, we were on a call with our account manager today. She's like, yeah, you need to be pumping more content, prior to asking for whatever it is, the lead, the registration, the sale. And sometimes it's one killer piece of content that causes the sale, but it is content. It's something that's ungated. So
even asking for an email address nowadays is, you need to get them about 14 impressions before you do that now. Sometimes, I guess, depends.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. I don't know what the magic number is, but I think Keith mentions it was 7, and then it's 10. Now it's like 14 or 15 or 16. Who knows what it is? All I know is that it's a lot, and you do it in a way that's really methodical, and it's awesome that you shared this with us today. Very, very cool.
Thanks.
So I think I've kind of been answering the questions as we've gone along here. So the only question I think we missed was John had a question on is PPE is page boost posting. Page post engagement is a type of ad. It's a type of campaign objective. It's different than a boost post, but you could do this with boost post. And we've actually seen in some clients that they get more engagement and more reach with a boost post than we do if we're doing it through a page post engagement ad or a clicks to website ad through the ads manager. And that's almost consistently universal. And I think the reason is Facebook is very, very smart. They realize that's the entry into getting people to spend more money. So if you over deliver on your first transaction with Facebook on a boost post, you're going to want to go inside and start fiddling around with the ads manager. But yeah, you could do this potentially on boost post. It's at least it's a very good way to start. And if you've got good content, it's a great way to get going and warming up that audience. So
Yeah. Yeah. We noticed one more thing. So sorry. Uh, small audience, like probably 1,000. We noticed if we did clicks to website, it doesn't really help us as much as doing, let's say, just cost per clicks bidding or impressions, just because clicks to website, Facebook is saying, hey, who has a history of clicking on ads first? Then, some of these people have no relevance to the ad, so it's, we got some low quality clicks, but as the time develops, it gives us the better click, but can't really do that. So we just do a cost per click bidding, unique reach, often, but impressions or something like that, and in their mom and give me the real even results that I want.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's definitely smart. So, well, very good. Thanks, man. This has been awesome. I certainly learned a lot of stuff, and yeah,
Thank you,
really,
guys. Thanks
really
a lot.
appreciate you coming on, and hopefully everybody can take a lot of the things that you got here. I did shoot your link into the chat box, so feel free to download that. We'll also make that a link inside Facebook Ads University too. So,
All right. Thanks, guys.
yeah, great to have you on.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm going to go back to sleep now.
I have to drive my son to Delaware tonight for a baseball tournament. So yeah, it's starting right now at 8:30. So that'll be fun. All right. Well, appreciate it, Art. Appreciate all you guys who stayed till the end here. This is going to be this recording will be in the members area within the next day or so. So thanks again, Art, and everybody have a great night.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
See you guys.